Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do this super summer springy pink coral look. I love pinks and curls for the spring and summer, and I hope you guys do too. So if you like this look or if you guys want to see how I did it, then keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is color correct with Wet n Wild's correcting palette. I have a lot of red spots, so I'm going to be using the green to cover up the red, and for my dark under eyes I'll be using the yellow portion. So you could definitely use a brush for this, but I prefer my fingers just because my body temperature can warm down the product and make everything spread much easier and faster. I have tried using a brush, but it doesn't blend well. Now for foundation, I'm using e.l.f. and this is by far my favorite drugstore because it makes my skin look super flawless, and this is the only drugstore foundation that matches my skin tone correctly. Now to blend on my foundation, I'm going to be using my Beauty Blender, and a trick I like to do is right after I wet it and squeeze it, there still tends to be a lot of wetness in the Beauty Blender. So what I like to do is just pat it on my hand so it'll take up most of the moisture, and then put it on my face so it doesn't soak up all the foundation. So with one base, this foundation is more of a light coverage, but because I color corrected, you can definitely see the colors peeking through. So I'm going to add on another layer, but just around the spots that I want extra coverage to cover up the colors and give me more full coverage. Okay, so right after foundation, I like to put on my concealer like I think most of us do. And I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer and 10 Light. And I'm going to be putting this under my eyes for extra coverage, on my T-zone, on my forehead, and on my chin. Now to blend out, I'll be using my Beauty Blender again, but the tip to blend out everything. Okay, so now to set my face and bake, I'm going to be using Airspun's Loose Face Powder, and this is in translucent. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat a little down to the lid, so there's going to be some product on the bottom. So here it is. And then I'm going to be using a disposable sponge and just apply this on. I'm going to be putting this under my eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting this around my nose and small line because I tend to crease around there. And then just a little bit on my nose because I get super oily there throughout the day. So while my face is baking and setting, I'll be going on with eyeshadow, and I'm using Morphe's palette in 35. And as you can see, it's really colorful palette, which is perfect for this look because it's a really hot day and I just want to do something really colorful, fun, and cute. So I won't be priming my eyes because I already put foundation on the base of my eyelids, so I'll just be using that as my primer and base. Okay, so the Morphe palette are all shimmery and glittery colors, so I'm going with my Lorac Pro palette for the matte colors, and I'll be going into canvas and just use that as an overall eyeshadow base. So I just want to say that I know my eyeshadow brushes are super dirty and they have extreme eyeshadow residue on them. I just want to put it out there so you guys won't comment down below that my brushes are dirty, because I know they're dirty and I need to clean them. So I definitely will be. But okay, going back to the eyeshadow. So right after a base, I'm going into the Morphe palette once again. And I'll be taking this fluffy brush right here. So after a base, I'll be going to the Morphe palette and picking up a pink shade and just putting that all over the lid. Now you could definitely get messy with this. You don't necessarily have to make it super perfect. So now I'm taking just a regular eyeshadow applicator here. This is just like a flat top. I'm taking another pink shade and putting that all over like the bottom lid for color and just to make sure it's there. We're not gonna fluff it out or anything like that. I'm just gonna pat it right on the eyelids. So now we have the color on our eyelids, and I'll be taking this fluffy brush right here. This one is smaller than the other one because I want it to be super accurate on the eyelids, but I'll be taking this one and just fluff out the eyeshadow to blend it. Now for eyes, I'll just be keeping it super simple like this. You could definitely darken it with more pigment or use like a brown or black for the inner and outer corner, whichever you like, but I'm just gonna keep it like this. Now I'm going back to my face and I'll just be fluffing out the powder under my eyes, my nose, and my chin. So for eyeliner today, I'll be using a liquid liner because I want my eyeliner to be super dark and super precise. So my liquid liner would definitely do the job for me. You can use a felt pen if you like, or like eyeliner pencil, whichever you prefer. So an easy method for me to apply eyeliner is I like to create a little line at the outer corner and then go into the inner corner and draw a complete line. Then I'll start winging it and complete the wing eyeliner. So I'll show it to you guys. So what I like to do is this. Okay, so that's a line at the outer corner. Then I'm going to complete it by going to the inner corner. Now there you have it. That's the eyeliner. So for the wing part, I like to keep my eyes open and my head tilted to make sure I see where I'm drawing it, because if I keep my eyes closed when I'm drawing the wing eyeliner, once I open it, it'll look really weird and just not like in the right place where I want it to be. So what I like to do is, like I said, open my eyes, keep my head tilted, and look down at the mirror. So you guys can see that I just definitely drew like a straight line across. Now make sure your eyeliner pen is like always inked in or like super wet, because if you don't and if it gets super dry, you're gonna mess up your whole eyeliner look. So just make sure if your eyeliner is starting to get super dry, dip it back into the little tube, and then, or if you have a felt pencil, start drawing it on your palm so it doesn't dry up, and then continue on with your eyeliner. Alright, so now we're done with the eyeliner. Now I'm just gonna let it dry, and while it dries, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Now for eyebrows, I'm using Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. And for the brush, I'm using the Anastasia dual brush thingy-majiggy for the eyebrow tool. I don't even know what it's called because yeah, my brush, like I've used it so much that the wordings on it like just disappeared completely. It's crazy, but I use it that much. Now for eyebrows, what I like to do is like to start brushing my brows in the direction I want it to go in. Okay, and I already dipped my brush, and now what I like to do is I like to start tracing out my eyebrows first, but the outer corner only, because that's the part where it's the darkest. So I'm going to go and start at like a little bit over the arch and just draw my little arch right there. Break it down. Okay, now I'm going to go in and dip some more, and I'm going to go into the bottom portion. I'm just going to go over the parts and color it in. And with the leftover, I'm going to go into the inner portion and start filling it in. And make sure when you fill it in the inner corner, you you're really light-handed because you don't want the front part to be super dark because we want a like faded eyebrow look. So this part is going to be lighter than the outer corner. So after you fill in everything, you're going to want to take your brush and just start brushing this. Now this is just going to help everything fade and make everything look perfect. Now after doing my eyebrows, I'm going to go into a concealer and tidy up my eyebrows. I'm actually using my Flower Stick Foundation. This is actually super great for like doing the eyebrows. So I really like it. I'm going to dip in a little flat brush right here into the foundation. And I'm just going to like trace around my eyebrows just to tidy everything up. So now we're done with the eyebrows, and I'll be going back to the eye look, and I'm just taking my other eyeshadow applicator, and I'm going to be taking the same colors we used for the eye look and just apply it to the bottom eyes. Okay, now I'm putting the color on the eye all over until it hits the inner corner once again. Okay, so now once that is done, I'm going to be taking the shimmering white color and applying it to the inner corners of my eyes to brighten everything up. So now we are almost done with the eye look. I'm going into my lash curler and just curling my eyelashes and then applying my mascara. Now I'll be taking my Fair mascara, and I'm so sorry I do not know the brand because I got this from my cosmetology kit and I don't know the full details. So I apologize for that. Now the reason why I like this mascara is because it thickens my lashes and just makes it really nice and look really long. Can you see that? It's so pretty. See, so this one is the one with mascara, this one isn't, and you guys can see this mascara is super amazing at thickening it. Okay, so we're almost done with the eyes, and with the last thing, which is the eyeliner pencil, I'm going to use this and tightline the bottom of my waterline, so we'll just brighten up the eyes and make it look super bright and pretty. Okay, so now we're almost done, and let's move on to face. For bronzer, I'm using NYX Matte Bronzer in shade Deep Tan, and I'm just going to use this to bronze and contour my cheekbones. Now for blush, I'm going to go into this peach tone color, and I'm just going to dab in a little bit with this brush right here. Circle around it, pat it a little on your hand so you won't get too much color, and just going to circular motions back and forth. Smiling definitely helps, so if you need to smile, then smile for the mirror. Okay, so now we're almost finished. I promise we're almost finished with the face, and last thing I'm going to do is highlight, and I'm just going to highlight a little bit. I'm going to put this on my cheekbones and on the tip of my nose and a little bit above my lip. Cupid's bow, that's what they call it. Now And for lips, I'll be using a lip liner, and this particular lip liner I got off eBay. If you're interested, I'll make sure to put the link in the description box for you. Alright you guys, so this is the end of the video and this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful, even though I didn't necessarily really teach you guys. I just kind of demonstrated, but I hope you guys did like this video. If you guys did, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel below, and don't forget to hit the like button if you did. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Okay, so now for bronzer, I'm just going to do a light layer. And I'm going to be putting this on the cheekbones, a little on my... Lily, close the door.
I need you changing.
Okay, in a bit. Okay, almost done.